you're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than
Cool.
that. And with no fees or minimums, our checking and savings accounts is
Good morning, everybody.
That's banking reimagined. That's in your wallet. Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One and A member FDIC.
More than 80 million Americans depend on AM radio for their news, traffic, weather, sports, and a community connection. It's the backbone of the emergency alert system, keeping us safe in dangerous times. It's critical that we keep AM radio in cars, because when cell and internet services are down, this free emergency service could be your only lifeline. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
There will be a Game 7 in the NBA Eastern Conference Finals.
That's because the Boston Celtics beat the Heat in Miami in a thriller, 104-103. Derek White put back an offensive rebound in the final second.
However, we got to get it done. We got it done. Now it's on Game 7.
They're lucky they got it done.
Yeah, they're very lucky. They are very lucky.
Trailing this series 3-0. Miami's determined the Celtics not become the first team to win the series from that position. Coach Eric Spoelstra.
There's been nothing easy about this season for our group, and so we just have to do it the hard way.
The decider plays out Monday night at TD Garden.
During the COVID pandemic, lots of changes were made so that we didn't have to touch anything. But now one of those is going away.
Most restaurants eliminated printed menus in favor of QR codes and having customers order off their phone screens. But now,
we're seeing a dramatic shift back to paper or print menus.
The head of the Texas Restaurant Association, Emily Knight, says diners once again want the classic restaurant experience.
They go out, they want to hold on to a menu, they want to compare.
They want to put their phones down for 10 minutes, you know what I mean?
One downside for
I mean, it's funny how a whole itinerary on our 3 hotels and all our 5 trains are all on my phone.
I'm Corey Myers,
I'm gonna
USA News.
trade them in for tickets, paper tickets.
Do you have a story to tell?
I want to hand those
Bring
guys
your
a
story
ticket,
to
you know what I
life
mean?
with audiobooks. Great stories deserve great storytelling. Audiobook Network provides professional voice actors and full production services for every author's manuscript. From narration, production, and editing to distribution, promotion, and sales, Audiobook Network handles everything.
Grandpa gave Sarah the Sebring.
Call Audiobook Network now and get our free audiobook guide. 800-734-1229. 800-734-1229.
Okay. Record. Hit play.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not
Okay,
express the views
that
of
is
WZDF ownership or hometown
recording.
Talk Radio.
Perfect.
Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests. Hey, Joey, what's
Sure that's good.
I mean,
Yep.
what's happening in Middleboro
Perfect.
and surrounding towns? It's time
Let's make this a
for
banner show.
Week in Review with your host, Joey Driscoll. Stay tuned for news, Middleboro news, here on AM 1530 WVBF. Hey, Joey,
Remember,
what's
show's
happening?
Middleboro in review.
Middleboro Review. Middleboro Review. And good morning, everybody, and welcome to Middleboro in Review. It is the 28th of May, 2023. I'm Joey Driscoll. I'm joined, as always, by Don. Good morning, Don. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, Joey.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you? It's beautiful. The sun's out. It's a beautiful day. Spring's here.
Very nice day
the
today,
weather, we had a wonderful day yesterday. I was able to see a couple things that I've never seen before, which I was really excited about. You want me to tell you what I saw for the first time in my life?
Yes, tell us.
I helped my brother put his boat in the water yesterday, and he's on onset. He goes into Stonebridge Marina. That's where he has his boat. So I helped him launch it, and I had to drive his truck around, and he had to clean it up. He had to fix the bilge pump. We did all that, and we went back out later on with my niece, which is Sarah, and her friend Leah. And we went out, and I was looking at the schedule, and guess what was coming across the bridge? The rail bridge, the Cape Flyer. So I got to see that. I got to see that rail bridge come down on the canal for the first time. I've never seen it from a boat perspective, and we weren't too close, but it was nice to see it. And it's funny, something about a train got everyone excited on the boat. My brother was like racing to, trying to get over there. He was checking the boat out too. He was putting it for the first time, so sea trials in a way. So it was good to see that that old bridge going down for the Cape Flyer, and the Cape Flyer was heading back to Boston. So I guess the Cape Flyer is back in business.
That's a good thing.
I think Friday was the first train that went out of South Station. There will be one today. And I believe they have one that goes to the Cape and one that comes home. So
the Berkshire Flyer is also back in business as well. We'll talk a little bit about that today.
Yeah.
We'll talk about MBTA and Memorial Day and what's going on with that. There is the weekday passes that have been extended to Monday when it comes to federal holidays and certain holidays, Memorial Day being one of them. So we'll talk about that as well. We'll talk a little bit about more about the expansion of this weekend pass to Mondays of long weekends, and we'll talk about that.
What a great experience for a holiday, for a family to go out and go check out the other part of the state.
Yes.
Meaning, if you lived in Middleboro, you can jump on the train, and you can go to Air, you could go to Fitchburg, you can go to Concord, you could go to any of these towns along. You go up to Haverhill, check out Haverhill, and just walk around and just check out and just celebrate this great state we live in. It's just great. I just hope that people embrace that, because it's something to do. Go out and go for a train ride, check out South Station, maybe get something to eat in downtown, and then go to a destination you've never been before. A new adventure in a way.
Yes.
And it's better than just hopping in your vehicle and just driving somewhere and just being on, the highway. And I mean, there are places you can't get by train; you have to drive, and that's a good experience too. I'm not knocking it, but to go on an adventure for the first time and check out a town that you would normally wouldn't go to, and just go in, check out the town, check out the fabric, maybe get to know somebody, stop in, and find like a eatery or a little restaurant, and maybe you'll return. But that's great for the economy, to boost up the economy, especially in some of these towns and cities that might need a little boost in revenue and business in a way. So, like I said, I was really excited to see that train that come down, and being at the mouth of the Cape Cod Canal and that whole area, Buzzards Bay, it's absolutely beautiful. Sun coming down, it's just, you just look over and we live in one of the most beautiful states in the country. So blessed to live here in Massachusetts. I really am.
And another thing we're going to talk about today is Amtrak and the Northeast Regional. They're going to be adding 2 more trains into service to Springfield beginning next Monday. We're going to talk a little bit about that too during our transportation topic we're going to do today. As well, we'll have our sports topic as well. We'll talk about English Football League Championship. One team is going to get promoted to the Premier League. Who will it be? Well, I'll tell you a little bit later on today on the show. We'll also be talking about Memorial Day as well, and surrounding towns and what Memorial Day festivities are going on, and parades, and also the other events that are going on with Memorial Day for different towns as well. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about the NHL. We'll talk about the Celtics.
Oh, really?
Very
Is that something to
exciting,
talk about? Oh, my God, that game.
Very exciting game.
Me and my brother watched the whole game together, and we were sitting on the edge of our seats right to the end. I've never been so excited about watching a basketball game. And to see that victory at the end. And we keep looking at the instant replay. And then they're looking at it because they weren't sure when the buzzer went off, and they were going to check the easement, but it just left his hands. It just left his hands, and just left his hand. Like milliseconds left his hands, and the ball was in play, and it went in, and now there's a game 7.
Yeah, so I believe Game 7 will be Monday.
Yeah, they
tomorrow.
said Monday. Yeah, Monday.
So tomorrow will
Boston.
be Game 7 in Boston. So that should be
Yeah.
exciting. Also, Memorial Day weekend brings the halfway point in the NASCAR season. We're going to talk a little bit about that as well. The big race that's going to be going on today, the Coca-Cola 600 from Charlotte. We'll be talking a little bit about that as well in our sports segment. And open phone lines today as well. If you want to call in, 508-822-1106 is the number. All right. So let's do our weather first. In Middleboro, it is 54 degrees. Sunny skies, a high of 82 today, with a low of 53 tonight. Sunny skies on Monday, 68 for the high, 40 for the low. In Taunton, it is outside of our Taunton Federal Credit Union studios. It's 60, a high of 83 today, a low of 53. And Monday, 69 degrees for the high, 40 for the low, sunny skies. Really no rain in the forecast all week for Middleboro or Taunton, so that is a good thing. Driscoll, Texas, 71 degrees currently, 89 for the high today, 83 tomorrow, thunderstorms, rain possible, with a low of 68 tomorrow night. And in Driscoll, North Dakota, it is 61 degrees with a high of 82 today. Cloudy skies Monday, rain in the forecast, a high of 80 and a low of 56. So that is your weather for today. And let's talk a little bit about what is going on with our sports. Well, we got a couple of different things going on. Let's talk about the English Football League real quick. Luton Town picks up the victory and also the promotion to the Premier League. They win the EFL Championship. The winners of the EFL Championship every year get promoted to the Premier League, which is the highest you can go in English soccer. It's a great moment for Luton Town. They won in penalties, 6-5. So congratulations to Luton Town, beating Coventry 2-1 in the final score, and penalties 6-5. NASCAR has their big races this week in Charlotte. Yesterday, Friday, we'll start with the Truck Series first. Friday was the Truck Series, Friday, May 26th. Ben Rhodes picking up the victory in that race. The Xfinity Series yesterday. Actually, yeah. Looks like that race did not take place yesterday. So it looks like that race may have been rained out. So that race will take place tomorrow at noon. So that race must have gotten rained out. The Cup Series race is today. Justin Allgaier for the Xfinity race will be starting on the pole. And in the Cup Series, today at 6 p.m., William Byron will be starting on the pole for the Coca-Cola 600. So that is what is going on for NASCAR this weekend. In the NHL, the Western Conference continues to be played out. The Dallas Stars force a game number 6 after beating Las Vegas, the Golden Knights, 4-2. A very good game for Dallas. So congratulations to Dallas, and there'll be a game 6, I believe, on Monday. Tomorrow. And finally, least, but definitely not least, is the Celtics. What a game. As Don said, he was watching that. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I did see the last moments of the game, that the game-winning shot. I did watch that, and that is nothing. That was nothing short of spectacular. That was a great play by Derek White, and a great game by the Celtics. They were dominating at times. Miami fought back. They fought back and clawed their way to a 1-point lead with 3 seconds to go, and Derek White gets the game winner for the Celtics to force a game number 7, and it will be at home tomorrow evening. Don, your thoughts watching that game?
It felt like the 2004 Red Sox all over again. That game.
Yeah.
When they won that game and won the championship for the first time in how many years?
Yeah,
Before?
80 plus, something like that. Yeah,
since 1918, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it felt that moment, and I watched that game too. So that's funny because I was hanging out with my brother and we watched like a golf tournament. And this is the first time I enjoy watching golf because it's with my brother.
Yes.
Because you hang out with, it's quality time with I don't get to spend much time with my brother. So it's funny because I never thought I'd like to sit and watch golf with my brother. But my brother used to watch golf, and my father always watched golf. And now, I don't play it, but my father and my brother played it. But it's not the idea of golfing, it's just who you spend the time with.
Yes.
And it's very important. Sometimes might have to watch golf if your brother or your family member wants to watch it. You try to get into it as best you can, and I am. It was good. So it's just, but watching that game was a really good game, and it's important because a lot of people spend quality time watching these games with family members, and it lifts up everyone's spirits, especially when you can win. And it wasn't a great day at Miami for their fans. I mean, getting it stolen from them pretty much. That's just
That was a tough game.
I'm looking
for Miami.
I was just looking at the people at the stadium or at the arena, and they just got their hands on their faces. They're just stunned. They just couldn't believe that. 3 seconds left, or a second left to go. The Celtics come back and win the game. It's just.
Yeah.
What's it? The last 2 minutes is the most exciting part of a game, if you think about it.
Yeah.
If it's close.
It was. Yeah. It was very exciting.
Yeah.
For sure.
It was a good game. I really enjoyed it, and it's good for business too. Now, Celtics heading home, and all the vendors. There's going to be business. There's going to be more business for the Sox. I mean, for the Celtics now. There's going to be the pizza places are going to make money across the street. All the venues, all the restaurants are going to have some business. So it's a good shot in the arm for the economy of Boston to have a Game 7. And it's going to be huge. Think of all the incomes being made just from that Game 7. Just having a Game 7. Just all the extra revenue that people will be making. The people making more money, and the wheels of business is turning. Profits. It's good to have a Game 7 in Boston because people are excited, and all the restaurants are going to be filled, especially around the Garden area, and it goes down to the pizza places, and get takeout the day of the game, Monday night, and it's a holiday too, so everyone's got to be in like spirit mode. They're going to be in holiday mode watching the game. So I think that's great. It's a shot in the arm to the economy. That's good that Boston could use.
So Game 7 will be tomorrow, and it's going to be a huge game for the Boston Celtics. They look to win the series in 7 and be the first team to come back from a 3-0 series deficit. So we'll see if that does happen.
The Red Sox did that.
That should be fun.
The Red Sox didn't they have some sort of miracle comeback too that no one's ever done? If you go back and check your history, you know, if Tony was here, he could tell you right off the bat. He wouldn't even have to look at the computer. He'd tell you the date and he'd tell you. It's just funny. People are just really plugged in when it comes to baseball.
Yes.
Knowing dates.
Yeah, so that's something to look up as well. I believe that did happen. Yes. So, yeah, so we'll be watching that carefully. The Boston Celtics tomorrow. All right, it is 7:25. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we'll have more of Middleboro in Review on 1530 AM 99.7 FM. We'll be right back.
You gotta thank Casper.
Yeah. Coming out of the next one.
Yeah, make sure you thank.
I'm trying to find. There's something I want to talk about, and I can't find it.
I guess you can't talk about it. Huh? You can't find it.
I mean, I have it on my Facebook, but I don't want to interrupt.
What is it?
It's something for MacCam. They got an event coming up.
Well, use my phone.
Yeah. All right.
You said you do after fixing it for me this morning, right?
Yeah.
Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association is an
All right. Yeah.
yeah,
give me your phone. Because we'll talk about it.
Is it? Did you talk about that on Thursday?
I did, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to talk about it again.
Yeah. But
I was going to talk about the TCAM is doing something similar. I want to talk about that.
Oh, is Taunton?
Yeah, TCAM is doing something similar, so I want to do.
Just make sure you.
Yeah, I want to
give.
Yeah,
Just
I got it.
Pastors.
Yes,
I
I got
the fire chaplain too.
Yep.
and or participate in many motorcycle-related charity events each year, and as a non-profit organization, donate to various veteran care facilities and veteran charities. To learn more about the Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association and how you can
Thanks for the
join
free coffee,
support,
Joey.
please visit
No problem.
cvma2-2.org.
36.
Hi, this is Martha.
Oh,
your host
there's no double high.
with Martha. Each week,
I don't know.
we present the latest
It's
information
picky.
on health,
I don't know.
legal,
It's
and
picky.
lifestyle issues that affect you and your family. It's fascinating, fast-paced, and fun as we explore all aspects of the Medicare maze. So join me for a Medicare Moment with Martha, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sunday mornings at 9 on AM 1530 and 99.7
that's
FM.
so far so
WVBF,
good there.
Your hometown radio station.
Spark Street Auto Body, located at 48 Spark Street in Brockton, Massachusetts, offers the highest quality collision repair and complete auto service for your car. They are a direct repair shop for all major insurance companies. You can reach them at 508-583-1495. They're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and 8 to 4 on Fridays. Call them today. You will not be disappointed. 508-583-1495.
What am I doing here? There we go. It's being a pain. Okay.
Hi, this is Jim Watkins. Hope you can join me every Sunday from noon to 2 o'clock
we're
here
at
on
too.
WVBF, the sounds of the Emerald Isle. We'll have some great Irish music, some folk, traditional, country, and contemporary, and sometimes some live singers in the studio. And to make you laugh, some Irish comedy. That's Sundays from noon to 2 right here.
How many times you play this promo during the day? Just this show?
Yeah.
And on the internet at hometowntalkradio.com.
Just this show.
Huh?
Just this show.
Radio station. And one of the things we like to do to support people in your hometown is to run community announcements. If you do belong to a nonprofit group or organization, or if you're an official with a city or town government, send your community announcements along to our email address. It's safe, it's fast, and allows us to get right back to you if we have a question. Send your community announcements to WVBF1530@hotmail.com. That's WVBF1530@hotmail.com. Thank you for listening. Your hometown radio station is AM 1530, WVBF, and 99.7 FM.
Okay.
Don't forget about the show.
Yeah. Okay. For the 10th time, I get it.
You forget a lot.
I don't think I'm gonna forget. You know,
No,
you reminded me about 7 million times,
No.
so it just.
They say 701 is the chime.
Alright, okay. Good. Alright, 3, 2, 1. And we're back here on Middleboro in review. Quick thanks to Pastor Ortez Vandross for coming in and talking with us last week. So I want to quick thanks to him as well. And Don has Don's looking at me. Don's looking at me and he wants to say something. Don.
I thought that conversation was great. We had a good the three of us had a good conversation. It was great having him. He's just such a wonderful man. I mean, I really had a good conversation with him. You had a good conversation with him. And it was good he was able to talk about his food pantry, because we're big on the food pantries, because we support the Middleboro Food Pantry. We run the ads, and we've had people call in, Ray LaPre, Chuck Hart, Dave Cunningham, all the fire department. And that really moved me, because I had a co-worker I worked with for years, and he was a Brockton firefighter. And he's told me stories about difficult things he had to deal with on the job, emotional things that sometimes you just can't, sometimes you can't talk about. And to go on a site after a fire, to even talk to the firefighters who are on site because of what they witnessed, and the people who've lost everything. He said something that I always bring back in my life is sometimes less is more. Sometimes just being there to listen is the best ingredient out there. To have somebody you can listen to, or just be there. Sometimes an eerie silence is, and it's not an eerie silence, sometimes silence is the way to go too. That they just comfort of another person. And the whole idea of somebody coming who cares, taking their time to help out. So that really inspired me when he talked about that. And I was really inspired sitting here now with the pastor. And I hope we can get it back on. And I love the idea. We can talk basketball, we can talk sports, we can talk anything. So it's, I was inspired, that's what I'm saying. And, he really is a good person. And I was honored to have him here. I'm sure you were too.
Absolutely, 100%. So thank you, Pastor Ortez Vandross.
Definitely. Okay.
Speaking of Pastor Ortez Vandross, he's coming up after us.
His show.
Yes, his show is coming up after us. With today's program, When the Fruit Spoils Part 2. Last week was the first part of that message. The second part of the message will be played this morning. So stay tuned for that. After that, we'll have the Rosary, the Sunday morning Rosary. And then at 9 o'clock, we'll have the Medicare Moment with Martha. Great program every single Sunday. She talks about a lot of different things with Medicare. great informative show. 9:30 to 11, we'll have the Talking Information Center. I'm not sure what will be played today, but
it's always interesting.
It's always interesting.
Yeah, it's a good channel to listen to, big time. Yeah.
Yes, so we'll have that as well from 9:30 to 11, and then 11 to 12 we'll have Musical Odyssey with Ed Sutka. Always a great show.
We love having him
music.
on too when he calls in.
Yes, we've had him on several times.
I mean, it's good. We had him on about 3 weeks ago, was it?
Yes.
Yeah,
a couple weeks
he called in and it was really good. It's funny too because we have 2 shows, and I mean we had the past on for the first time last week, and then,
yes.
we had and he was in studio visit, and then Ed's called in. Ed Sutka called in about 4 times already, maybe 5. So it's good that these Sunday morning programs are introduced with a face and a character and and everything. So that's and his show's been on a long time, longer than you've been here.
And the day finishes with
finish what? You talking about? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yes, 12 to 2. Jim Larkin.
Yeah.
With Sounds of the Emerald Isle.
Right. And then, then you
can
go back. And then.
Then the day finishes off with Ed Miller and Bishop Tony Branch from Stand Up Strong.
Bishop. Tony
Bishop.
Branch.
Yeah, I did say Bishop. Tony Branch.
Just want to make sure of that. Because Chris says it in the promo. Right?
So, yeah,
Very
important. We have all that going on.
Yeah.
The Sounds of the Emerald Isle, great program. 2 hours of Irish music and comedy. Great show every week as well. So, and then, of course, Stand Up Strong is always a great show. A lot of great local topics being discussed from Brockton and surrounding communities as well. So, great slate of programs. Don is laughing at me.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just remembering that.
Because I almost forgot about Sounds of the Emerald Isle.
But, the 7,001 time, you get aggravated when I remind you. Okay, so I don't know. So I'd say 7,002 might be in order. But when you've done the show for Jim.
Yes, I have.
Live.
A couple times.
It's funny because the last time, I think it was in January, last time Jim Larkin does it on Facebook. He posts his show coming up.
Yes.
Last time he posted your face with Joey Driscoll, and he took the time to type it out for his listeners.
Yeah.
And I looked at Facebook and I was like, wow, look what Jim did. And that made me feel good. And, he said you did a good job doing it. So, I mean, that's his baby. So he's handing, letting you do that it has to be he's had the show for over 40 years. That's his show. And he gives it, you've done it twice.
Yes.
So it's, that's his baby. And to hand that over to you, even every once in a while to fill in he's really trusting you to do a good job.
Yes.
And he wouldn't be handing it to you at all if he didn't think he could do it. So I mean that's like a life lesson right there. That's a stepping stone. When you see that, and it's like handing the keys over to a brand new car. Here's the Ferrari. Go. Be careful.
Be careful.
Yeah,
yes.
Be careful.
Yes.
So it's important, and we just appreciate. I appreciate everything that everyone at VBF has done for you. I just can't say enough. The people are so good here, and they really watch all over you. They love you, and it's very important that we acknowledge this all the time because you have to. Because it's really important to acknowledge it.
And tomorrow is Memorial Day. And I'll be filling in for Chris Keach doing the morning wake-up news, 7 to 9. 2 hours of news and other things as well going on during that time frame. The morning wake-up news as well. And then 9 to 11 will be Jim DuPont with Hometown Talk Radio as well. So that will be coming up tomorrow. So from 7 to 11. There'll be some programming tomorrow for Memorial Day. as well.
I'm sure Jim is going to be doing a Memorial Day theme too.
He will. He probably
Definitely
will be. Definitely will be.
Yeah.
Doing a Memorial Day theme.
I listened to his show on Thursday, and he did a beautiful show about Tina Turner.
Yes.
I mean, he covered everything as far as her career, and how he presented her life, and it was a really good show because there's a lot of things I'd never known about Tina Turner, and I grew up with Tina Turner, to a certain degree, in the '80s, late '70s, early '80s. Mostly my sister listened to it than I did, but I liked a lot of good songs I liked. And she was in that Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome movie, because I was a big Road Warrior, Mad Max Road Warrior.
Yeah.
And then that movie came out, and it was all right. It's good. It's definitely different. Than the first two.
Yes.
Not as intense, but she was in it, and she was a great. She was great in it, and she was a lead role. She was a strong role. It was. Wasn't a cameo. She was
in the movie.
She was in the movie. She was in charge.
Yes.
The camp or whatever she was, but it was good though. I mean, I think you're going to see a lot of people going back to that movie, and I bet a lot of people watching that movie probably.
Yeah.
Just because I think that's one of her. I think she might have been in some movies, but that's when I think of Tina Turner acting, I think that movie.
So we are getting close to summer, and summer brings a lot of different and fun events going on. We want to talk about two of them in particular. TCAM TV, Taunton's cable access studio, is holding its 15th annual free teen video program again this summer. The program is going to run from July 31st, Monday, July 31st, to Friday, August 4th, 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. daily for ages 12 to 17 by August 1st, 2023. Young folks with a interest in video production, working either behind the camera or in front of it, are encouraged to apply. No experience is necessary. The program is free of charge, but students must register as space is very limited and spots will fill up quickly. To register, please contact Kim Murphy at 508-824-2207. Again, that's 508-824-2207, or kmurphy at tcamtv.com. Again, that email is kmurphy at tcamtv.com. And MacCam, Middleboro's Cable Access, will have a media club beginning on June 26th. And it'll be Mondays at 3 p.m. starting on June 26th. Open to ages 15 through 20. You'll learn about video, podcasting, editing, and show production. No experience is necessary. Be located at the MacCam studio on 1 South Main Street in the Town Hall Annex. They have great studio. MacCam does. I've been in there several times. It's a beautiful studio, and I think people who attend this event are going to be very, very pleased with that studio and what they have available. And this is a free program as well. So I just wanted to talk about that too. So
yeah, that studio is nice.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful studio.
They did such a good job of planning it, putting it together. Everyone involved putting that studio together did a great job. It's like state-of-the-art studio. It could be NBC, it could be ABC, it could be any studio. You can move in there and set up shop. It's just really nice, and it's right downtown too, in the center of the downtown district.
Several communities are holding events to commemorate Memorial Day on Saturday, which actually already took place. The Raynham's held their Memorial Day parade. This year's parade route was changed due to ongoing Route 104 construction. Parade stepped off at 10 a.m. yesterday from the Raynham Middle School. It proceeded along Titicut Road onto White Street and Pleasant Street as well. Anyone who attended that event, the Raynham Memorial Day Parade, give us a call, 508-822-1106. Let us know what your experience was with that parade, that event. Taunton will hold observances as well, beginning at 11 a.m. tomorrow, as local veterans groups will assemble at the World War I Doughboy Memorial. Veterans will move to the World War II and Korean War memorials on the county courthouse lawn, and then proceed to the Vietnam, Persian Gulf, and Global War on Terror memorials on Church Green. Parade begins at 1:15 p.m. starting on Broadway near Dartmouth Street. Proceed down Broadway onto Main Street and conclude on Summer Street at Marion Manor. Middleboro's Memorial Day Parade will begin at 10 a.m. again tomorrow at Middleboro Veterans Memorial Park on South Main Street. A ceremony honoring veterans will take place following the parade at the park. Dighton's Memorial Day ceremony will be held beginning at 10 a.m. tomorrow. The ceremony will begin behind the old town hall on Somerset Avenue and conclude at Veterans Memorial Park. Berkeley's Memorial Day Parade will begin at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Those participating in the parade are asked to line up at the Berkeley Fire Station on Fire Station number 1 on North Main Street beginning at 9:15 a.m. The parade steps off at 10. Ceremony on Berkeley Common will take place following the parade. The Berkeley American Legion Post 121 is hosting the events. Lakeville's Memorial Day Parade and observance will begin, will begin at 10:30 a.m. The town office building and fire station is where that will be. The observance will move down to Dickren Durbin Square and the historic townhouse at the corner of Precinct and Bedford Streets. In Norton's Memorial Day Parade will begin at 10 a.m. at the Henry Yelly Elementary School on West Main Street. After the parade, the Norton Historical Society will hold the grand opening of its Carriage Shed Museum. The ceremony will mark the arrival of the horse-drawn carriage of Miss Eliza B. Wetton to the museum. And Carver will have its Memorial Day Parade tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Everyone is welcome as well. So that will take place tomorrow. All of that, most of that will take place tomorrow. Again, Raynham already had their Memorial Day Parade and ceremonies yesterday. So that is what is going on for Memorial Day. Also, additionally, Taunton City offices will be closed tomorrow, Monday, May 29th, in honor of Memorial Day. The Raynham Veterans Memorial Town Hall will also be closed tomorrow in observance of the Memorial Day holiday. I don't know about, I think Middleboro too.
Oh, they all are.
So
every municipal building is closed on Memorial Day.
So,
every federal building is closed. Every bank is closed. I mean, it's a holiday.
It just didn't say there. So
but of course you know that, right?
Yeah, well,
of course.
Yeah,
of course
so Middleboro will be closed too.
Of course I can, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Middleboro will be closed too. Everybody will be closed tomorrow.
Can I add something?
For federal and municipal buildings.
Yes.
Yes, done.
Move over law is important on the interstates. You see emergency vehicles, please move over for state police, firefighters, EMTs, service and tow truck personnel. It's very important that these people make it home. There's so many unnecessary accidents. You just need to slow down a little bit. There's going to be a lot of people on the road. There's going to be a lot of police out too, enforcing traffic laws. So it's just, you don't want to get a ticket. Just relax. There's a lot of people on the road, and just really be careful. The move over law is really important. You see the lights from, distance, a big distance before you go up to the emergency vehicle. So just please get to the left. And if you're already in the left-hand lane, you see someone trying to get into the left-hand lane, to observe it, to try to get in the left-hand lane, please just back off and let them in. Just remember, 2 lanes. You get someone taking a left trying to cut, but don't cut off traffic trying to get over there. Just slow it down. You read the law that states, move over. If you can't move over safely, then slow down to a speed. And I just slow down and just be really aware. If you can get to the left-hand lane and you can get away from them, you want it. But you hear about accidents all the time in this state and across the country. And all you got to do is just pay attention a little bit. And you don't want to be hitting an emergency vehicle on the highway. You do not want that to happen. You want to, you just don't want to have that. You want to be alert and safe, especially this weekend. There's going to be a lot of people driving. This is probably the first real weekend since COVID ended. Think about it. It really is. Last year, COVID's been lifted up, but there's still sort of some, there wasn't any restrictions, but it wasn't really, didn't feel like, this year feels different than any year since COVID, in my opinion. Everyone's out, everyone's hugging each other, everyone's back to normal now. It wasn't really like that. So just be careful. Just let those people go home.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here on Middleboro in Review. I'm Drew Driscoll. This is WVBF 1530 AM, 99.7 FM.
It's funny how when you have a guest, how fast time goes. Time goes fast around here anyway, but it doesn't seem like it's going by faster than it did last week. Last week we look at it, it's like, it's 5-0. Oh my God.
Well, yeah, I still gotta talk about we got 8 minutes to talk about I gotta end it right at 8, because I don't want this getting cut off. The tape getting cut off, so I gotta end this right at 8. So I'm kind of up against it here, so.
Why? How long is the tape? Just a minute. How?
55 minutes. So.
Everybody loves a winner. The rags to riches story has become a part of the American dream. And you can hear stories like these every day on the Success Journal. Hi, I'm your host, Chris.
What are you going to talk about when you come back to the ads?
Stories of those who risked it all while reaching for the
I'm going to try to get to all 3 of these, MBTA, Amtrak, and Berkshire Flyer. But
we talked about that at the beginning, though, Joey. Remember?
No, we didn't.
We already talked about
it. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. We did. We mentioned we were going to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
We did not talk about it.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to try to get to all 3 of those, but I doubt we're going to do that.
You have Today in History, too?
Yeah, I have Today in History to do. So.
I'll tell me to talk about it next week. That's all.
Where is Today in History? I'll get that out of the way first.
St. Vincent de Paul of Sacred Heart Church in Middleboro serves the residents of the towns of Middleboro, Lakeville, Carver, and Rochester. Our base of operations is in the lower level of the parish hall on Oak Street, directly across the street from Sacred Heart Church in downtown Middleboro. At this time, we serve approximately 500 families in our service area, and many of them come to us for various types of aid. This can take many forms and include many of the following programs: utilities and rent assistance, agency referrals, clothing and furniture vouchers, and temporary lodging. For more information, go to svbbmiddleboro.org. May the good Lord bless you and keep you safe.
And it is 7:54 here on Middleboro in Review. Stay tuned. On Thursday, we'll have another edition of Middleboro Matters, the June 1st edition of Middleboro Matters. Great show, planned as always. So stay tuned for that on Thursday with me, Joey Driscoll. And also I want to mention that next week, me and Dawn will not be here, so this show you're listening to right now will be replayed next week, June 4th, 2023. So I just wanted to mention that as well. And real quick, today in history, 1937, Volkswagen, the German automobile manufacturer, is founded 1937, May 28th. May 28th, 2017, former Formula One driver Takuma Sato wins his first Indianapolis 500, the first Japanese and Asian driver to do so. Double world champion Fernando Alonso retires from an engine issue in his first entry of the event. Birthdays, 1759, William Pitt the Younger, English lawyer and politician, the first Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. 1888, Jim Thorpe, American decathlete, football player and coach. 1908, Ian Fleming, English journalist and author, creator of James Bond. 1938, Jerry West, American basketball player, coach and executive. 1945, Patch Adams, American physician and author. He founded the Gesundheit Institute, and it's a great movie starring Robin Williams about Patch Adams. A really great movie. Robin Williams, great acting in that movie. And 1986, Seth Rollins, American wrestler and current world heavyweight champion. He won that title yesterday at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. So congratulations to Seth Rollins winning that title, and his birthday is today as well. So that is awesome stuff. All right, we have a couple of minutes to talk about the MBTA and their expansion of $10 weekend passes to include federal holidays. So that is beginning this weekend. Beginning Memorial Day weekend, the MBTA and Keolis, the agency's operating partner for commuter rail trains, will expand the $10 weekend pass to include federal holidays. For federal holidays that are observed midweek, passengers will now be able to purchase a $10 holiday pass for that day under a 6-month pilot program by the MBTA. The $10 weekend passes for this weekend are now available for purchase at tickets offices, on board trains, or on the M-Ticket app. This first piloted during the summer of 2018, the $10 weekend pass was created to increase weekend ridership. The program saw early success, making up about a quarter of weekend sales in that first pilot. It became permanent the next year and has grown steadily. In 2022, the $10 weekend pass accounted for 41% of all weekend fares. Quick note about the $10 weekend passes. They're not eligible for use on special event trains to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough or the Cape Flyer. So I just want to mention that real quick. We have about 75 seconds to talk about it. Don, your thoughts on this real quick. We have about a minute.
On the Cape Flyer?
Yes, on Cape Flyer.
Like I said at the beginning of the show, it was really exciting seeing it going over the bridge. They call them sandwich sets. They put 2 engines on each side. So I'm not sure why they do that. Or just run with the lead car, maybe more control or something. I'm not sure why they do that. But yeah, it's very impressive. and we got to take a ride on the Cape Flyer and report back.
And 45 seconds here to talk about the $10 weekend pass expanding to Mondays or a midweek holiday for federal holidays. Don, your quick thoughts on that? We have 30 seconds.
I think you want to discover this great state, Massachusetts, and go check out all the communities that you normally wouldn't go to. You live in Middleboro, you want to go to Fitchburg and walk around and check out Fitchburg, well, take the train and help out the economy there.
All right, I'm Joey Driscoll, and it's Don across from me. This was Middleboro in Review. We will be back 2 Sundays from now. So next week, this show will be replayed. So bye-bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend and a great week. Bye-bye. Alright, we're good.
You still taping? You get the last bumper. You get the last bumper, right? Shut it off now?
Yeah, okay.
Perfect. You gonna listen to that later?
I am.
Yeah. Good. Alright. Good.
Tonight.
Yeah. Did you listen to the Thursday show?
I did not. I will listen to that later.
Listen to some shows. Make sure these are perfect.
Yes. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. And again, we'll be back 2 weeks from today, the 11th of June, and I'll post something on June 3rd or 4th, just reminding everybody that the show will be replayed for next week. This show will be replayed for next week. Same time, 7 a.m. next Sunday. So this show is going to be replayed next Sunday at 7 a.m. So we'll be back with another live Middleboro in Review, June 11th. Bye-bye, everybody.